There are all kinds of racing games out there, from the realistic to the cartoony. There's one to fit just about everybody's taste. But what if rally racing combined with hover cars? Well, that's what Rise Race the Future is looking to do. It's a game that mixes arcadey racing with futuristic racing. This code was provided to me by the publisher for review. I do want to make mention of one thing though before we continue the review here, and that is I had some trouble capturing this footage. Part of it was a little bit on me, and part of it was on the publisher, the game developer, publisher's fault here. Because what had happened was, normally I use either the NVIDIA software or Windows Game Capture to capture my footage. However, I was blocked from doing this. In fact, I have a screenshot right here showing that they don't allow me to capture the footage of this PC game. For some odd reason, because it's a very pretty game. We'll get into that here in a minute. So I had to use OBS, and it was acting a little clunky. So if there's some weird edits and stuff, I'm trying to make this look as good as possible. So I apologize in advance for that. But yeah, I will say I didn't have any performance issues with this game. This game ran smoothly. It's a very smooth running game. We don't have any problems or any hiccups with that. So I will go ahead and clear that out of the way. But yeah, let's go ahead now, and with that out of the way, let's talk about the game. This game is very pretty. All the cars have a near futuristic look to them, and it's very pleasing to see. Cars even get dirty from driving on dirt tracks. And your screen even gets water droplets over it when going over water. You get a really good sense of speed when racing in the car. And the tracks all have a great look to them. And the tracks themselves are just unique. Even though there's only like 3 or 4 different variety of locations, the tracks are all different and unique between each location. So, and mission that you do. So it does give you some variety there. And it's not all just the same cookie cutter thing. And the car sounds, they nailed that too. The music on the other hand is kind of meh. It seems very generic. It fits with the game, but nothing ever stands out here when it comes to the music. Biggest issue though I have with this game is how the cars handle. When I first started out, I noticed my car was kind of slipping and sliding all over the place, and I was like, what the heck is going on here? And I looked and I noticed that my sensitivity was cranked up way high. And I didn't set this. This was what the game had set my sensitivity to. So I had to go back and readjust that. Now, I got better handling on my car and stuff, but it was still quite off. And on top of it too, when you bump into cars or into walls, sometimes you spin kind of out of control. There's not really any good collision. You don't really feel any kind of impact when you bump into things or bump into cars. You just kind of spin a little. It's really weird and honestly kind of annoying. And that's kind of one of the things that frustrated me, because there's so much stuff to do in this game if you're a single player fan of racing games. Because you got different challenges you can do, which unfortunately the steering does impact that quite a bit. And on top of all of that, you do have regular races, series races you can go through, where you can just go and complete different cups, Grand Prix, if you will. And you can unlock cars by going through the challenges. Though I wish there were more ways to unlock the cars. I just think that the other biggest bummer is that there is no multiplayer, no local or online multiplayer. Which, if in a future game they wanted to add that in, I think that would be fantastic. I think that would really help them a lot. Overall, though, I know I sounded pretty harsh on this game, but I don't hate this game. I kind of want to love it more, but I'm having a hard time to, because of just the way the collision and the controls are, which are some of the most important things I feel for racing games. And I feel like they're struggling with that. I feel like if they can patch these things into this game, they would make this so much better, and I would be glowing and really wanting to give it a recommendation. It is under $20, about like maybe $15 or $16 you can pick this up, but it's very hard for me to give it a recommendation except to maybe the most hardcore of racing fans. If you're looking for a good casual racer, I don't know if this is the one. But I will say though, I didn't completely hate my time with it, but I just wanted more out of the controls and the handling of the vehicles. That's really my biggest thing. And also, allow us to share moments from this game. This is not a bad game. I mean, it has some problems, sure, but it's not horrible, so yeah, let us do that. But anyways, that's my thoughts on Rise Race the Future. So let me know what you think, if this even is on your radar or not. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe for more. And till next time, everybody, Dr. Strife saying game on.